Alright, hey guys, this is Yo coming at you with a pro pup commentary. This time it's not a pro Dota commentary because this is basically a Chinese pup with a bunch of pros in it. So it's a pro pup commentary. And really, the only pro that I know in this game is Yafet. I mean, not Yafet. I mean ZSMJ and possibly Shansheng. I don't know. I think dark green is Shansheng. I really don't know. If there's anybody in here besides ZSMJ, especially. So, you Chinese guys who are watching this, I'm sure you'll find out. With all these names over in here, you'll probably figure it out. Basically, no problem. But looks like ZSMJ has chosen to play Razor this game, so we'll be probably seeing a very exciting game coming for him. And looks like Bon Jovi is going to be playing the Tiny. Bon Jovi Soul, whoever that is. I don't know who that is attacked for, or perhaps if Bon Jovi is a famous player. I'm sorry for all this ignorance, guys, but you're just gonna have to bear with me in order to enjoy a great performance from ZSMJ on the Lightning Revenant. We really don't see him much, especially nowadays. This is version 6.72F, by the way. It's not 6.73, so you won't be seeing a lot of some of the updates that you see now in the map. But it still has the same chasing kind of metagame that we've seen. Looks like somebody has picked Bat, boots first, and going mid already. So we're going to be fighting ZSMJ going against a Bat, and he didn't get a wand, by the way. So he might be in a little bit of trouble in the mid lane, but we'll see. It is ZSMJ after all. It looks like this possibly Shansheng person is going to be playing the Lich. And he's going to be dual laning with a Pudge. And oh wow, interesting, up here is going to be Bon Jovi Soul, who's playing the Tiny. He's going to be dual laning with the Spectre. Now you can do this. I've seen Niski actually try lane sort of with the Tiny, who's gone around ganking. And you know what's probably going to happen here is Tiny is going to pull this camp over here, and then if the Spectre gets in trouble, he'll roam in over here. I mean, he should be fine. This is basically, a sort of pro pup. And looks like we're going to have Admiral hanging out with Kunkka. Now, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back when Kunkka first came out, it was just a really popular combo with Magnus because of, Magnus adds like a huge, like a shit ton of damage to a hero with his Empower ability. So, and then, with the AoE, combo that Kunkka and Magnus can make, it's just really imba, It looks like it was like third stack on Razor already, but he's not too worried. He has boots first as well. There's 4 stacks right now, but like I said, he's just hanging back a little bit now, and he shouldn't be too worried because this is level 1 of the Sticky Napalm right now. Anyways, like I was saying, this Magnetor and Kunkka combination is really powerful because Magnetor can get blink right in once he gets his blink, and reverse polarity, and that gives you a guaranteed guaranteed landing of a torrent if you do it right, and then a guaranteed boat if you land that as well. So that's why it's such a really popular combo. And it looks like he's not going to be going to Tidebringer. It looks like this guy, he probably got torrent first, but now he's level 2, and looks like he still has a skill Tidebringer. So he's going for an X marks the spot build, so he's going to be maxing X before he maxes probably torrent and X. So he's really going for maxing that AoE, like really depending on this Magnus landing that reverse polarity. And it looks like over here, Razor is actually using his static link on the Bat, and he's doing no damage right now. So there's no way that his sticky napalm damage multiplier is gonna proc. And he's just right clicking down. He's still 100 damage. Like 2 minutes into the game, he has 100 damage. I think that's level 2 static link. That has to be level 2 static link. And his teammates are probably all yelling at him, like, how is it possible that this Bat, who insisted on mid, die? That's generally what you hear in pubs. This look at this douche who actually that's what I do too. Most of the time, some guy goes mid when I wanted to go mid or something, like a DK solo mid. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be laughing when you die and quit. Because generally that's what most pubs do, they die after they go solo mid with a melee hero, and then they quit. So, it's always fun to do that, and his team was like, yeah, they're ragging on him. And he really did deserve that. I mean, how could you not realize that it's just a really bad idea to actually go on the Razor, who was stealing all your damage, so there's no way you're going to be proccing the Sticky Napalm multiplier just like that. And over here at top, the Spectre is still okay. He's leveled. What level is the Spectre, by the way? He's level 3, but he's only at half HP against this Kunkka and the Admiral. Tiny's getting these pulls off, and he has the boots, so he's close enough that in case Spectre wasn't the problem, he was probably just run around over here from the jungle and it'll be not a big issue at all for the Spectre. It looks like Spectre could take a shot. Oh, he's really low HP now. I should be careful. X, let's see, like I say, he's going to go for the X marks the spot build, and he got the Torrent out. Don't try to bring it. Kunkka's taking a lot of tower damage. He's just going to walk out of there. Tiniest circle around, like I said, he was going to come around, and the Avalanche hits on both the heroes. The tower was doing so much damage on the Kunkka, and down he goes, and he throws a toss down onto the Magnus as well. If he had just waited a little bit, he would have been able to cancel the Solve and the Clarity as well. But you know, I guess he wanted to rush up to the next pull. You know, he's claritying up as well. He's 40 mana. He's just going to wait till the clarity in order to get a mana to get another cast off. And down here, let's check out this lane. We haven't even taken a look at it. The Anti-Mage is hanging out with the... Oh, Kunkka is coming around here. Looks like we'll be getting a gank. ES has picked up a DD rune, and there's no ward support right now. I don't think there's a single ward on the map in true pub style. Lich gets Nova off on the Magina. Magina's like baiting over here. He's like baiting, oh, keep hitting me, man. And then, yep, there you go. There's the X, there's the Torrent. And, well, nice, you know, he definitely got the Torrent. I don't think he hit him with the Fisher, but they don't need that. Just like, what was that, like maybe 2 right clicks? I'm not sure. 1 DD right click from the ESA. That's why he got the kill on the Lich. So, good job, you know, by the Scourge team, I have to say. You know, they got some nice ganks off. But, you know, they failed up here. I mean, they've won one lane. I mean, I guess they really needed to, and they really should have with the teleport from the Admiral. And, you know, ZSMJ is just going to hang out over here. I don't think the Admiral could gank him. You know, he's just going to head out over there, back to top. Can't really hang out down here. You know, Magina needs his EXP. Earthshaker's over here, and I wonder if, yep, I think ZSMJ knows he's there. The Earthshaker should be careful, because if the bat is not in position, ZSM can, yep, he realizes that he can just probably just go kill the Earthshaker. He knows he's there. Yeah, he's not over there, so yep, there he goes. And he has pings for the bat to come over there, but he's a little bit slow right now. And the Static Link is on him. How much damage is he? He's sitting at plus 100 damage, so he's doing 150 damage per hit. One more hit, and there we go. Down he goes. The bat uses his Flaming Lasso, and the fire is not really on the Razor. He's just going to go over to the Roche Pit, and he's trying to like juke around and get some vision with that Sticky Napalm. And yeah, he's not really too afraid of the Punch Hook right now. It's really low level. So yeah, he's just going to get out of there. Yeah, so a little bit poor play coming from the Sentinel team. They're getting caught out of position a lot of the time. They're making a lot of poor choices, and they're just dying, you know, unnecessarily. Lich is denying as much as he can against the Anti-Mage, so he's not getting as much EXP as he normally would. But you know, that's not as much of an issue because he's getting a lot of farm and a lot of EXP, and so Spectre is just farming it up at top. And where's the Kunkka? I think he was roaming top. I mean, yeah, he was over there, but now he's gone over here to pick up a region where he's pinging for somebody else to get it. Razor's coming in. He's probably going to scare away the Kunkka right now. Yeah, he's just going to do a couple of... He's actually stealing damage. Just see how much damage he gets. About plus 50 damage. I mean, that's not bad. The Torrent, I think, missed it. It hit him. Yeah, and the Lightning Storm is just doing a lot of damage. He's also taking off 1 armor per hit as well. And now the Spectre is doing a, you know, use the Haunt to try to see if he can perhaps get off a kill on the Kunkka, but he wasn't really the one who was getting damaged. Perhaps, you know, she also wanted to get a little bit of damage onto the bat, you know, help the Razor get a kill on him. And it's 1-4 in the Scourge's favor. So, you know, the Scourge in a really good position. You know, ZSMJ, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a much better carry than whoever the Spectre is, you know, despite the fact that Spectre overall, you know, I would say is a better carry than Razor. But, you know, Razor can get big on his own, and he can outcarry a Spectre. You know, he has that potential. And it looks like there's going to be a gank on that Spectre. It's really not much needed because he's been, you know, he's pretty high level. He has a lot of farm. Bat is over there, gets a Flaming Lasso. Magnetor dodges the Avalanche, and the Spectre is using the dagger to try to get out of there. He's really slow, though, from the Sticky Napalm. And Bat Rider gets an easy kill on the Spectre. Yeah, so this is what he really needs to be doing. Is the bat going to be going for a Blink Dagger? I don't know. He has almost no gold. ZSMJ is, you know, really out-denying him, out-last-hitting him, as is to be expected, you know, from a ZSMJ farming carry, especially when he goes solo mid. Looks like these guys are roaming in on mid themselves, and perhaps we'll be seeing the kill soon. And let's keep an eye on these two guys. Yep. And is the Kunkka going to be caught up? Let's see, the bat is, you know, looking for a kill on the Tiny. You know, I think he's a little low HP. And Hook is going to miss on the creep and just a Nova. And Kunkka's just going to walk out of there. Razor is going to try to get a Plasma Field KS. It's not going to happen. Bat does indeed find that Tiny. He gets hit by the avalanche, and you know Spectre is still there. Oop. Magnus gets a kill with the Skewer, and he's just going to be stacking up these sticky napalms onto the Spectre. He realizes, you know, he's taking a little bit too much damage, and he's Firefly right now, so he's trying to bottle up by walking away. Puts another stack on him. Can he get away? You know, if he wasted that bottle charger a little early, he should have. But I guess he needed that. He wouldn't have survived another hit from the Spectre. You know, I think the Desolate damage was going on him at that point. And this, Butcher roams over here with Lich after the field in mid. Gets a hook kill on the Magnus, who stayed a little bit too long. You know, I guess he felt that he would also get a kill on the Spectre, you know, considering how low HP it was, you know, especially in exchange for that Bat Rider. But, you know, that Portman Shield doing a lot of work for him, reducing a lot of the amplified damage coming from the Bat Rider's, you know, right click. And, yeah, every single time Magnus respawns, we're going to have to be going back to the fountain. So let's hope, you know, it doesn't happen during any critical moments so that we don't really miss any action. Looks like Magnus is walking up here. And, you know, Spectre should be really careful. Reverse polarity, and he can die, yeah. You know, this is Shockwave on him, so he's sitting at half HP, but he's really using that ring to regen up a lot. And, you know, Magnus knows he can be aggressive because he's really low HP. Oh, wow, another one. Yeah, there we go. Reverse polarity. He gets caught out. And a Skewer, you know, just to guarantee the kill. You know, he could probably just right-click one more time, but he didn't want him to haunt out or something of that sort. And he got that kill, so... You know, Magnus, now we know that Magnus does know how to play. You know, really, if you want to succeed with Magnus, you kind of want to get... you know, a bunch of early kills. You don't want to feed too much, and you want to, you know, get as many. Yep, a Fisher block on the Razor. You know, it's probably really annoying. I think that ES has been really trying to, you know, get on the Razor's case through the whole game, but Kunkka gets out of there without a problem. I wonder if Spectre, as soon as Spectre comes back, he's probably going to try to haunt in and get a dagger kill on this Kunkka. He should realize how low HP he is. And yep, there we go. There's a haunt. Is he gonna get there? There's a torrent. Yeah, that was a real Spectre. Nope, the Spectre comes in after the torrent, but you know he waited a little bit too long. I guess he was trying to. He didn't want to get caught in by that torrent, and you know this Kunkka just juked out. So there's no way he was gonna get a dagger kill. This guy throws a Fisher. Looks like the Spectre is gonna try to walk over the cliff, but unfortunately, I don't think the dagger went down the cliff, so he can't cross. Yeah, he's just gonna getting right clicked by these ancients, and I think the Sentinel know that's why they're pinging, and he does actually get across. He found the pathing. But meanwhile, Yafets gets a kill on the ES. You know, I guess they really wanted that Spectre, but instead, you know, Yafets like, oh man, free ES, and Anyway's gonna pick it, and he's just gonna die. He's sitting at plus 130 damage from all that he stole and the phase boots, you know. So he's just really hitting hard at 10 minutes in when you're seeing that much damage. And looks like Kunkka is coming in. X Torrent's gonna hit, and there's a bow too. The bow doesn't do the damage. I think it did go through him, but it didn't do anything. And the tower is hitting down on the Kunkka, and Lich TP'd in, gets a Nova kill on the Bat. Meanwhile, it looks like Magnus used a Shockwave to get a kill on the Razor while he was in the jungle. Butcher walked in, got a hook kill on the Kunkka, and now Magnus is just walking out of there. Lich wasted a Chain Frost, but these guys were already split up because of their Fisher a little bit, and it didn't bounce at all. It's a little unfortunate for that Lich. He could have gotten another double kill, perhaps a triple kill, you know, if it had bounced a couple times with the Butcher in position. But you can't have everything, right? And he looks like he's going for that early mech. He really has the Buckler recipe. Perhaps he has a Buckler at base. And Magnus is, you know, wasting all his mana, you know, using as much of his health as he can before he heads back to base to heal up, and then back to lane, perhaps another gank, you know. Reverse polarity. It has a middling cooldown, I think, is like 120 at level 1, you know, 110 at level 2, 100 at level 3, so it's not bad at all. And Kunkka is still hanging out here. He's shifted back to mid, actually, you know, for a while now. And I wonder if anything is going to be happening to him. There's a lot of Scourge heroes getting together. You know, Tiny's finally coming in for ganks, and I guess he's farmed up to the Arcane Boots in the jungle through all those pulls, and this should be an easy kill if Kunkka's not careful. Yeah, there we go. Avalanche, Static Link, and plus 100 damage. Just and oh man, the Storm. Looks like the Bat is caught out by the Butcher over there. Spectre haunts in, and this time he is gonna get that dagger kill on that Kunkka. He's like, man, you've been baiting me too hard, too long. You know, I spec ulted in over here, and you just juked out of there with that torrent. But this time, you're too low HP to stop for even a second, man. He just haunted in right away. He's like, you're not getting away this time, bro. And he got that guaranteed dagger kill. Meanwhile, Magnus is just pushing on up here with that Soul Ring. You know, Soul Ring is a really good item on him, especially if you don't go solo mid and you can't get that bottle. And another Fisher trap on the... look at that Razor. He's just stuck in between the trees and the creeps at this point. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The tower's gone. There's nobody... And he's really, really tank at this point. He has a bottle for some decent regen. And he's probably saying, oh man, why are you always fishing me? I think that's what he's saying. I'm not Chinese, so I don't know. You Chinese guys can probably appreciate the jokes that are happening between them right now. And looks like Magana is still farming it up. He's going for a Battle Fury. You know, earlier on, I saw him with the just Ring of Health and the Broadsword, but it looks like he's changed his mind and he's actually finished the booty. He's realized that he's not going to be able to, you know, because over here, I think he had boots over there too, but, you know, last time I checked down here, he had a Broadsword and a Ring of Health, so... You know, I guess he was hoping to get that quick Battle Fury, but, you know, he's like, oh man, he's going to have to get boots. Fortunately. He got ganked, he died a couple times, you know, it's not good. I mean, he tried to gank and he just failed gank. And it looks like Razor is trying to go on the Kunkka again, but, you know, he's just like, nah man, not going to happen. He actually got a Tidebringer. I think it's only maybe level 1 or 2. Level 1 or 2 of that Tidebringer, maybe 2 levels of Torrent. And 2 levels of Axiom, that's all you need really at this point of the game. Actually, that doesn't really make sense. Does it? Yeah, it does actually. 2 levels, 2 levels, 2 levels, and 1 level of both. So that's probably what his build is. Looks like Bat wants to get a kill on the Lich. How much gold is Bat sitting on right now? Not much. He's just been dying a lot. You know, he's been ganking, but he hasn't been the one successfully ganked. You know, he has been getting a lot of kills. In terms of kills, it's still heavily in the Scourge's favor, 12-7. So, you know, they have their Sunlight has their work cut out for them. You know, especially you're going up against ZSMJ. And it looks like Spectre Hans, he's trying to get an eye out, see where everybody is. Hopefully he's not the one being ganked, and yeah, they're gonna catch out the Bat who actually flaming lassos the Lich. Magnus comes in with the Skewer and the reverse polarity. Butcher is able to deny himself. Regen was activated on the Bat, but he's gonna get cancelled. He really wanted to go on that Tiny, but he didn't have enough HP because I do believe he's gonna be trying to go for that Blink Dagger. And it looks like Razor's just gonna come over here, really die for that Bat. He's gonna get him, but at what cost? You know, all these guys are over here, and they're just gonna right click him down. The boat is gonna, I think the boat hit. Nope, it was just a right click from the. Yes, you know, I guess we're seeing, you know, ZSMJ really going aggressively for those hero kills. You know, that's what he's farming. He's farming heroes this game, not creeps. Say they are gonna get a tiny kill. I guess he turned around after that low HP. You know, he should have turned around when he had that low HP, but I guess he really wanted to get some farm going over here. He probably supposed that these guys left, and he was just gonna avalanche and something. But you know, probably an X marks the spot, and he got caught out before he could get away after throwing an avalanche or a toss or whatever. So you know, you have to be careful, man. You should have realized by now that Kunkka's gone two early levels of X marks the spot. You know, you should realize that by now, man. And yeah, looks like Butcher's gonna go up here. He's hoping to catch somebody, maybe get a hook off, you know, get another extra kill for his team. So yeah, pretty good fight so far. Entertaining, you know, at least. It's fun to see ZSMJ not focused totally on farming. You know, he's actually been in team fights. You know, he's like, I am part of team. Spectre's the one who's been AFKing mostly. You know, just haunting in for a couple of KS's, no problem. But that's his job. But you know, Razor's getting really tank, and you know, you see like maybe 10 minutes in, he's already sitting at a plus 100 for channeling his static link for just a couple of seconds. So I don't think people really appreciate how strong Razor is. You know, people say he's just such a shit hero, but really he's too strong. And as ZSMJ is showing, you know, Razor is no slouch. If you play him well, you know, he gets enough EXP, you know, get some early levels on that static link. It looks like Spectre is daggering in, haunting in again, just to get keep an eye on where everybody is. And you know, he sees that, you know, they're all split up, they're everywhere, they're farming. Nobody's really getting triggered gapping except for the Kunkka. The Torrent's gonna miss, but the boat's gonna hit, and I think that was a reverse polarity as well. It should show his cooldown in a second. Razor comes up here, but it's 3 versus 1. Yes, MJ, my friend, you might actually die for doing this. Yeah, he's gonna get hit by the. Yeah, he gets hit by the Torrent. There's a dagger on the Kunkka who's really slowed, but the Storm is gonna change targets. And he gets a Frost Armor. Is a Lich nearby? I don't know. Perhaps he just has that Frost Armor from before. It's only level 1. Yeah, he has it from before. Lich probably gave it to him before he TP'd up here. And despite the fact that he dived in, he has a regen. Perhaps that's why he wasn't too worried. You know, these guys are really scared of him. But now that he's going in on the tower, he gets reverse polarity, so he wasn't used earlier. And there's a Fisher to keep him stunned. A Skewer, right? He got caught by a Torrent right as the Minotaur was skewering him. So you know, I'd say that's really good team play if they actually timed it out perfectly. You know, really great work by the Sentinel team. You know, you're showing his DSMJ. Nah, man, we need no pushovers. And you know, despite your earlier farming on the heroes, you know, especially Bat, you know, he can't help. He can't get enough of the Bat. You know, he's like, oh man, this guy's just another creep. He had to get a kill over here, even though he had to die. You know, you're just seeing how ZSMJ plays aggressive. You know, when he's not focused on just farming for his team. And looks like Anti-Mage is gonna pick up a free tower kill up here. These guys are not even gonna bother to defend with a carry Razor dead. I mean, who cares about the Spectre? He's useless right now. It's just a poor man's shield and a ring of health. I think he's trying to rush Radiance. You can check that out later. It's really hard to check out farm. It's really hard to do farm checks without obs mode. Obs info. There's really no obs info at all. And it's like Mag. He almost got caught out of it, but he just blinked out. He has a blink dagger at this point, so you know, pretty good farm from him. You know, it's really easy to farm with Mag 2. Shockwave Skewer, get a couple of kills as well. So it's really easy to farm with him. It's almost as easy as it is to farm with Tiny, who is actually going over mid right now to get a possible gank off on this Kunkka. Just an avalanche, and Razor is in over here as well. Torrent is going to hit on the Tiny. Razor dodged it, so he had to hang back. He couldn't really get any more damage. Wow, he blinked at the same time that the Butcher hooked him, but you know, he basically blinked into where the hook was going to hit him anyway. Spectre haunts in, and she's chasing after the Kunkka. Meanwhile, Razor's going to get a kill. Nope, actually Tiny's going to get a toss kill on the... Yeah, so looks like Kunkka's going to get away from that Spectre. Bat is TPing. He's actually TPing right here. He's really wants to go after that low HP Spectre. And I wonder if he has a blink dagger too, I believe. Yep, there. No blink dagger on him. Is it? Is there a blink dagger? Anyways, he just TP'd, so he just justifies the means, and he's gonna try to avoid these Scourge team because he saw them probably coming up from here. It was an easy kill on the Spectre, a necessary kill too. You don't really slowing down the Radiance Rush. You know, if you want to take a quick look. Oh man, which one is it? Spectre. There we go. He's sitting at 2900 gold. I think it was nearly at the Relic. And he already has 2 sacks on them. Hook is going to miss, so they're not going to catch him. I think they're going to turn around, especially after that latest you know, stack. You know, it was too slow. Torrent, you know, they're going to catch him. See, this is what I'm talking about. The Wombo combo. The bolt's going to hit, and wow, it actually stuns the Butcher as well. X marks the spot, so there's no way he's going to get away. And just a couple of right clicks. Oh, he suicides himself, so he's just keeping his kill streak, and he's probably pretty happy about that. Meanwhile, Magina is just farming away. He tried to get that last hit on the tower, but he was a little bit preemptive on that right click, or perhaps not preemptive enough. He should have animation cancelled, you know, maybe something like that. Looks like Dagger's gonna hit. Is it? Yeah, actually, it is gonna hit him, and he's pretty low HP. You know, Inspector could probably actually kill him. You know, after the next Dagger cooldown, if you can catch him out. It's gonna be a little bit hard to catch him out though. Maybe if he goes farms the jungle. It looks like he is gonna, so if you can find him in the jungle, Spectre, my friend, you can kill him, you know, just like catch him in between, you know, when he's blinking in between these creep camps, you know, haunt him and catch him, but I don't know if that Spectre's gonna do that. He's probably too busy focused on farming. And let's keep an eye out over here. These guys are pushing down mid, so the Scourge team losing another tower despite ZSMJ's, and you know, the rest of the Scourge team were really good. You didn't even notice when they got all those tower kills. Looks like they were trying to get a kill on the Magnus, but nope, now he's gonna haunt in. You know, he sees a team fight happening. But oh, what? Is he? What? Oh man, wow. Magina stayed there too long, and he guessed and he got him too. He should have just kept running. Spectre was not gonna keep chasing him, but he was like, oh man, I should save some time, and he TP'd right there. And I think maybe the Spectre saw him too, or maybe he just guessed and he threw a dagger just to make sure, and he got a free kill on the Magina. So he's probably a little bit upset about that right now, and. Yeah, good job by the Spectre, you know, got a kill. You know, they needed on the Magina just like they've been getting kills on the Spectre, who should be almost at the Radiance right now. Let's keep an eye on Spectre is gold. He's at 4,400 gold. Yeah, he's gonna probably pick up the Relic right now. Looks like Butcher, I think he was trying to dismember the Bat, but looks like he dismembered the Creep. And yeah, these guys are probably gearing up for a mid push right here. Pretty good job by them, you know. Take down these guys' towers before that Magina gets big. He is getting big, by the way, so it's a really good choice. Looks like a fight gets erupting out over here, and Magnus goes down right away. And Bat is being static linked by the Razor, who's sitting at plus 150 damage. Just 2 right clicks and down he goes. ES TP's in, Avalanche on the Kunkka, but he's gonna get away. And ES, I believe, just threw an Echo Slam, a Mana Void on the Razor as well. Man, he's taking up so much damage for his team, but his team is not getting any kills because there's not enough damage. Besides him, Spectre is just too busy farming up here. These guys are fighting 4v5, so you have to hand it to them. They're still getting close enough to get to these kills. Buckler is activated by the Lich to give his team a little bit of extra HP. Looks like Butcher is being, wow, is he gonna, yeah, wow, he hooks, wow, he hooks the Kunkka for an extra kill. And now Lich Nova's the Magina, who's chasing after the Tiny, but he's not able to get him, and Lich ushers them away after he puts him that low HP. You know, he's probably afraid that, Tiny does have enough mana for another, Avalanche or Toss or whatever, and that would get him killed for sure, because he doesn't really have really high levels of spell shoot yet. Actually, he does. He's level 14. Spell shoot should be maxed out. But Toss does physical damage, so you can still do Toss, and he doesn't really have any physical damage reduction. And looks like Spectre's going to get caught out over here. Magnus was probably coming to farm, and he's like, get out of my jungle, man. And Bat is putting down the sticky napalm, just being really annoying, kiting a lot. There's no way you're going to get away, man. Yep, down he goes with a shockwave. Nope, actually the Bat Firefly caught him, perhaps the final right click. And Magina just goes bot to continue farming. As the regular, back to our regularly scheduled program, basically. And looks like he's going to be going for a hood. Perhaps he'll finish up a pipe. That's a really good choice. He actually, ZSMJ does this on Weaver a lot too. He gets, I think he missed a static link. He activated it, but he wasn't close enough. You have to be within like, the enemy hero has to be within 200 range of where the static link ends. In order for you to, get a link on the enemy hero. And I guess that didn't happen. So, you have to be a little bit more careful about casting. Your static link, you have to be more aware of your range and the range at which the static link will end, so that you'll know the maximum range that you should cast it at when you're close to an enemy hero before you can move. It's like Tiny is gonna blink on the Magnus. Noah's gonna bring him down really low, and as well as the plasma field and a single right click from the Razor, and his blink time should be coming off. Yep, there we go. He's gonna blink out. And these guys, they're going to catch a free bat though when jungling around here, who also has a blink dagger, but with a dismember on him, there's no way he's getting out. Hook is going to miss, but still, just a couple of right clicks from the Razor. And down he goes. Looks like Magnus is, where is he? He's like, I have a TP CD, and he has to walk in over here while this team fight is going on. So, all his teammates are dying, and he can't be here. He has a blink dagger. Looks like he's going for Battle Fury as well. And Spectre haunts in. She might actually go for that Earthshaker kill, but it's a little bit deep. You don't want to sacrifice yourself just for that Earthshaker. And it looks like Magnus is just hanging around here. He's probably gonna jump in. Oh, yep, there we go. He jumps in on the Butcher. Gets a nice combo over there. Skewer, Shockwave, just standard, but still nice. Doing a lot of DPS even against a magically resistant tanky ass Butcher. Spectre has that relic now. He also has a ring of health, so I wonder if he's going to finish a Vanguard, or is he going to perhaps make that ring of health into something else. And, yeah, now there's a short break in the program. Maybe take a drink of water. This looks like it's going to be a pretty long match. Looks like ES is getting into position to help out these guys in case anything goes down. And the Spectre is farming up the Ancients. Pretty good. And the Lich, he finished that mechanism. He's farming it up in the jungle right now, and these guys are just waiting to get their Wombo combo team fight. The only thing that the Sentinel team has going for them right now at this point is they have, they've caught up in kills because of this one thing. And that's their Wombo combo team fights. But, once all their ultimates go down, once their reverse polarity is gone, once that bolt is gone, all they have is a Magina. And is the Magina enough to go against a Razor who's going to steal all of Magina's damage? And, as well as a Spectre, you know, who's going to be doing a huge amount of DPS. You know, granted, Spectre, you know, the power of Spectre doesn't come from killing the opponent's carries so much as Spectre has a lot of tanking potential and the ability to kill the enemy's carries. But you know, even granted that, you know, that's 2 carries versus 1. You know, what does the Scourge team have? They have a Admiral and a Magnetor, but they just don't compare those two other heroes. You know, the Magnetor is really just only a semi-carry, and the Kunkka is kind of a semi-carry too, unless it gets like a BKB and gets really huge in the damage. But he's been playing kind of support, you know, maxing X marks a spot early so he can get those help his team get kills. He's being more of a team player than he is being of a, you know, the carry type player we normally see who, you know, maxes Tidebringer, farms like a shit ton. There's really not enough farm to go around. This Magina is just grabbing all the farm by blinking around. So it's going to be a little bit tough for the Sentinel. You know, that Magina is going to have to do enough DPS, kill the Spectre, kill the Razor before they kill his teammates. And there's Bat, you know, he's just dying a lot. You know, he got the early Blink Dagger, but at what cost is what I'm asking. You know, setting some illusions around. You know, you can't really tell that these are illusions because it's not Ops mode. When you just click on them, and then, you know, you can see that they are illusions. And let's say there's some ping going on. You know, they want to get a kill on the Magina, who has a Vlad's by now. So decent. Spectre has finished her Radiance, and we'll see. Oh, I don't know why maybe she was being ganked somewhere, and she went over here. Looks like she's gonna get X torrented and bolted. And yes, he's gonna blink in on him. Enchant Totem and a flaming lasso, and down he goes. Looks like Razor's just gonna walk in and tank everything. The creeps are tanking all of the Chain Frost, one right click, and down the ES goes, who's really brought really low over here while he was trying to get a kill on the Spectre, probably from all the dispersion, and probably, you know, maybe Razor got a couple extra right clicks, or maybe he ate a little bit of Chain Frost and got really low in HP. So this is a very quick engagement. You know, all these engagements are happening really fast. You know, these team fights generally are going one way. You know, they don't really switch around too much, because once these guys get their spells out, you know, they just some heroes are guaranteed to die, and then it's just one-sided after that, because it's just a matter of numbers. And you know, I'm really sorry I don't know Chinese guys, but wherever the Chinese guys are, you guys can have fun reading that. You know, laugh at the jokes that these guys are making. Whatever. Looks like Magnus has changed that Battle Fury. I wonder if he's gonna upgrade those boots, and what is he going to upgrade them to? So he still has that Soul Ring and the Magic Wand. Though the Soul Ring probably isn't necessary that much anymore. You know, once you have that Battle Fury, you basically, and once you have enough levels, like level 16 on Battle Fury, you have enough regen to take care of yourself. You don't really need anything more. And how much gold is he sitting at? Magnetor only 750, 700, whatever. It's not bad. He's gonna go over here to farm up top. Meanwhile, the Scourge team, I think they're gathering around. Are they gonna go for a smoke gang, perhaps? There's a ward over here. I think that's a Sentinel ward. Yeah, that's a Sentinel ward. Pretty sure. Yeah. And so, you know, they're gonna get. Is that? Why else would they put a ward up there? You know, that has to be a Sentinel ward. That's why the Kunkka has been hanging out mid over here so aggressively, because you know, they have a ward up here. They can see who's coming and who's going, you know, that sort of thing. And you can't really see the Scourge right now because they're smoked up on the map, and you know, once again, there's no Ops mode. Looks like, are they gonna jump on the Magina? It's gonna be a bit of a difficult. They're gonna really have to chain all their disables, what few they do have. But I believe Magina is gonna blink out. Spectre is going to ult in, so a lot of blink daggers are disabled. Bat walks in and does a flaming lasso, but he dies right away. Butcher dismembered somebody, but he died as well. Kunkka's gonna get picked off on the side. Yoshika is gonna die as well, and Magnetor blinks in now with a reverse polarity, and he gets a double kill, a triple kill, but Razor's just gonna turn around with that Eye of the Storm and focus him down. You know, he attacks really fast, especially when he's level 19 Razor with the hood and a light booster, just really tank. And with the Django, you know, I'm sorry I didn't mention earlier, with the phase boot Django and a max unstable current, this Razor is just moving unbelievably fast. You know, this is very fast over here. In Dota 2, you know, it would tell you the actual move speed if you put your cursor over the damage icon. But, you know, I'm still used to Dota 1, you know. I always appreciate it for the game that it was, but hopefully Dota 2 will be finished soon, and then be playing with a bunch of heroes over there. Yeah, at first, when I first started playing Dota 2, it was actually really hard for me to get used to it. But you know, slowly after I played a couple of games now. You know, I've played a lot of games, and I've become quite used to it. And you know, it's actually quite good. You know, at first it was really difficult to tell what's happening, but just have to play it a little bit, and you'll adapt, no problem. In fact, you'll start to appreciate the nice animations, the voice work, and everything else that they have and that they've added. So hopefully it'll be finished soon. Every single time Mag respawns, we will be going back to that base. So get used to it, guys. We might lose some action because of it, but the only way to tell is to wait for the battles for when Mag dies. I mean, generally he's been really late. I think his team has been harping on him because I've been seeing the team say, "Oh man, why haven't you TP'd?" And he's been saying TPCD. It looks like he has sold his Soul Ring, and he has no TP, so it's a little bit surprising considering the fact that early on his team was screaming at him for having no TP. And it looks like he will be going to Boots of Travel. He has 2k gold in the bank. I mean, that's probably why he sold the Soul Ring, because he wanted gold for that Boots of Travel. And now he's just blinking around and farming it up. He's probably going to go kill these ancients, and he'll have enough. He probably just needs one more creep. Just kill one of those ancients, buy that Boots of Travel, it'll probably be on that crow on his way. ASAP. And these guys are telling the bat, probably, "Oh man, bat, you need to get more tank. What's up? Oh, no TP out, you might be in danger." Because Scourge team not really on the map right now. Yep. Magnus is gonna... Oh, they're gonna smoke up. Guess they were calling the bat in for a smoke gank. And now they're gonna head over to the Scourge jungle, but unfortunately the Scourge is not really hanging out in their jungle. They're actually roaming around everywhere else except the jungle, so bad luck for the Scourge that he won't be finding anybody. Somebody's gonna TP back to stop this push farming up. Of course, Magina's gonna be doing that. Looks like Spectre is farming the Ancients. Still, it looks like he will be going for that Vanguard because I guess he wants that regen, and he doesn't want to waste the item spot, and he doesn't need the HP, so fair enough. Spectre is farming with some illusions and the radiance that he has, from an illusion rune that he probably picked up. Empower is on the Kunkka, plus 160 damage because of it. And the tiebreak, so not bad at all. Looks like Magnus probably gonna TP somewhere, or whatever. There's some farm going on. The Magina's almost finished that Manta style. Looks like the Scourge team is now smoked up. And ES has finished that Blink Dagger, but Spectre is one of the best Blink Dagger counters there is, because once he haunts, those illusions are just gonna cancel everybody's Blink Dagger, guaranteed. Looks like there's a massive Scourge ping going on. They want to get a kill on the Magnus. He did just waste a TP going over there, so all he has is, does he have a quick enough? Nope. Spectre Radiance, Haunt, and there's no way he's gonna be blinking out. He can't screw out, but unfortunately, Butcher is ready for that, and he gets a nice hook on him. So these guys are like, "Oh man, come on, bro, you can't be dying like that." Now we're going to be losing another tower. ZSMJ is going to get even more fat, get even more gold, and now he's tank enough at this point. Maybe he's going to get even tankier if he finish that heart. It looks like he might be going for that heart. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at Razor's farm. Yep, he's going for that heart. And there's a right click on the Magina, and he's just going to run away. He's not tank at all, really no HP items. Only 1300 HP. And looks like there's a team fight going on over here. Looks like there was a Torrent, Boat, and a Fisher Trap on the Butcher. He's going to go down, as well as the Lich. They picked up 2 easy kills over there. But the Magnus did die because I believe he jumped in on the Tiny, who uses his combo on him. Who also has a Blink Dagger and a Force Dive. He should be getting out of there. Yes, he's going to miss his Enchant Totem, and the Fisher, I guess he was targeting it and he missed. And he throws a final avalanche to get a stun on the Magina, but just those right clicks are going to take him down no matter what. I think the bat did kill him with that flame break. And so I guess the Sentinel team will take that trade. They are still down, even though the scores are really close. I mean, look at everywhere that the Sentinel team are going. Look at the farm. Look at the items on the Sentinel team. Razor, ZSMJ, of course, 38 minutes. He has a hard pipe and Django. He's probably going to be going for a damage item next. Though he doesn't particularly need it. He is sitting at plus 197 damage. And, oh, looks like he is going to get reverse polarity with the Spectre. And everybody's going to come in to get a kill on them. Yep, he's going to go down with the Scooter. And right clicks from the cleave damage and the right clicks from the Batrider. It looks like they're going to turn around and go for Roche. It's a pretty good choice, but I don't think the Scourge team is going to allow this. ZSMJ can buy back if he so wishes. I don't know if he will. And the Spectre, I don't know, the Spectre, it looks like Butcher is going to get a hook up on the Kunkka. He throws a torrent right away, but he's going to go down. He's going to go down right away because he tiny blinked in with an avalanche toss combo. And the Batrider who came in, you know, he's really not tank at all. He goes down too because he jumped in. The Magina blinks in and he mantas, but just to usher the Scourge team away. But they're not going to let them get this Roche, I believe. They've delayed them quite a bit. It looks like the ES will be respawning, but will he be getting down here in time? Looks like the Magina was trying to blink, but he gets avalanche. And yeah, he's just going to run away because they realize they can't do it. In fact, he's going to be going for this tower push over here. It would appear, you know, trying to get something out of it. Oh, because Roche was so low. What was that? 4 or 5 hits from the Magina, and the tower went from half HP to nothing. So I guess they at least got that tower. I wonder if they're going to turn around and go back for that Roche. But Spectre is not allowing that. He's respawned now. And Magina can't even trade right clicks with the Spectre Illusion, who has a Radiance. So he's in a little bit of trouble. I'd have to say, you know, he's not tank at all. He needs to get a tank item really quickly. You know, even with that Vlad's, he wasn't able to trade right clicks with his carry. You know, and what do you think Spectre's going to be doing, man? He's just going to be taking out the rest of your teammates who are even less tank than you, bro. So, I mean, Magnus, all he has is a boost of travel and a battlefield. It was a blink there. I mean, he's naturally tanky, you know, I have to say, but this ES is going to be going down. The Kunkka has a pipe for the Sentinel team, by the way. I didn't mention it earlier. Spectre has finished that Vanguard. Anti-Mage did send those illusions in. Butcher is hanging out over here to see, hopefully catch a hook on somebody, perhaps get a kill. And yeah, Bat's just gonna keep farming up the jungle. Hopefully get some tank on him. He does have a plate mail and a cloak at this point, but 1600 HP, so really tanky actually. Tankier than the Lich, who is working on who has the mechanism for his team. No mechanism on the Sentinel Tide, so I mean that could be one reason that they're kind of losing a lot of these battles. Even though they do have that pipe, they don't have that team fight bonus that the mechanism gives them. Instant AoE 250, you know, heal. Looks like Magina, you know, he realizes that the Scourge team is going to keep pushing. They're not going to stop him from taking these towers that they keep giving him kind of for free. You know, they're getting something out of it, but I don't think they're getting enough to keep giving. In fact, he's getting all the last hits too. To keep giving the Magina these last hits on these towers. And looks like they are focusing down on these racks. And is Magnus getting ready for that blinking and that reverse polarity? Let us see. There's a torrent on the boat. That's going to hit, but it's only going to hit one person, the Spectre. And everybody jumps in. Magina blinks in with the Manta style. And he burns all the mana from the Spectre. Looks like Magnus is going to blink in and get a reverse polarity on about 3 heroes. But to dismember, and he just goes down right away. Another torrent. ES blinks in with an epicenter. Spectre lives long enough to cast an ultimate because I believe she had the Aegis. And Magina gets a triple kill. He gets a kill on the Lich as well. But wow, Razor is just gonna static blink and then right click him down. He dies right away. Spectre gets a double kill on the Batrider and somebody else over here that he was chasing away. But it was much more interesting to see the ZSMJ right clicking down a Magina with that static link and just being so tank. Magina buys back right away, and this fight is just still keep on going. He's trying to defend the racks. He doesn't want to let them get this racks. And yeah, the static link is going to find the real Magina. He's forced to blink away. And now Razor is sitting at plus 120 damage. So maybe sitting at 200 damage per hit right now. And yeah, he's going to usher away the Magina. And they're going to try to focus down these racks before some of the Silent team come back. But the ES is almost about back. They're going to get maybe 2 or 3 right clicks in. Yeah, they're going to turn around right now because they realize Magina is only afraid right now because it's 2 versus 1. If it was 1 versus 1, you know, even, you know, once he raises a static link bonus goes away, he's not afraid to trade right clicks with him. despite the fact that he has no tank items. And once he does get some tank items, and you can see kind of why the Scourge team is pushing so hard. Because they realize, Majai has a really big handful to deal with considering the speed with which he is farming, and considering also the fact that really he is the only one that is focusing on getting the farm. I wonder what the rest of his team is going to be getting, because they're not farming too much. Kunkka is still kind of playing the support Kunkka role. He's got that pipe, he got that Django for his team. Now it looks like he might be going 4-step. I'm not sure. We'll be seeing. Mask of Madness on this Magnus, so he's going really aggressive. And at this point in the game, if you're going to get Mask of Madness, it basically requires a BKB, especially considering all the magic damage from the Scourge team. He's going to blink in, and he's going to Mask of Madness away. He's trying to get a kill on these guys. Dismember from the Butcher, a hook, and wow, he has his skewers, and he almost got a kill on the Magnus, but on the Pudge, but he has too much HP, and a toss from the Tiny just kills him right away, and he's just like, oh man, he's just a sad panda. I really thought he could get a kill from Massive Madness, but really, you need that BKB in order to make that happen. Looks like Kunkka was walking in to try to get snipe a kill, off an unexpected turn, but these guys, they just keep on moving, and they dodge it, no problem, and he turns around. And there's still a lot of ally chat going on, and you Chinese guys can enjoy it. I'm sure whatever it is, it's hilarious. Hilarious. Looks like Magina is going for that butterfly, getting some kind of tank item at least, if not some HP. And it's not a bad choice at all. It avoids a lot of the right click from that Razor, so. Bad choice. That looks like Spectre is ulting. He can get a solo kill on the ES, but I guess he doesn't want to jump in on the Bat, who's been flaming last time, and hold him in place until some other teammates TP in, and the ES can continue to chain stun him at that point. Looks like ES has denied this bot tower for the Sentinel. And yeah, it's just a little bit of, and we get teleported right back to base because of the Magnus respawn. Thank you for that, my friend. And looks like he will be going top to get a possible initiate on these guys over here who are fighting. He blinks away from the Tiny Avalanche, who has a Ghost Scepter, Blink Dagger, Force Staff. So pretty farm Tiny, despite the fact it's kind of playing as support. Butcher is going for Axe Take. Lich has a Ghost Scepter as well, so they're really trying to kite around the Magina, force him to keep changing targets, force him to keep wasting time doing DPS, so that the Spectre and the Razor are going to pick off the rest of the quote-unquote support heroes. Looks like he's going to use Mask of Madness to run away. Blink Dagger as well. Dagger is on him, and the Tiny blinks too, but that Avalanche is going to miss. It's just going to turn around. Nothing's going to happen once you miss that. I mean, you had a foresight. You could have tried tossing him back to one of the other teams that was also chasing him. But I guess it was just like, it's going to be a bit hard to do. In fact, he might get reverse polarity, or, toss him into a nice reverse polarity for his team. But, yeah, he's level 22 on that Magnus. A lot of pings going on by these guys. They're like, oh man, let's go push maybe. Get something done. And I wonder if that's what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to get together for another gank. And try to kill somebody, like this Magina, who is getting pretty near that, sitting at 200 gold. Probably has something on the Crow. He should have that butterfly finish. He has a Talisman of Vision. So he's probably just, like 600, 500 gold away. Yeah, 500 gold away from that quarterstaff. And then he'll have a finished butterfly. I mean, I think this is before the 6.73 butterfly buff. So, I mean, that's a little unfortunate for this Magina. I don't, he didn't even know about it though. This game was played before, I think it was December. This game was from December. And ZSMJ, let's check out his farm. How is he doing? Where is our dear friend ZSMJ? He has a DD rune, and he's going for another tank damage item. Really good. There's 2 possible tank damage items that he can get. You can get a butterfly, or you can get this Maholineer. And I would say that when you have a lot of HP, like this Razor does right now, Maholineer would be a better item choice than the butterfly, because Maholineer has a chance to damage all of the opposing team, not necessarily just the part of the team that tries to do physical right clicks. I mean, only the Magina is going to try to do physical right clicks on you. And yeah, Maholineer really helps you out, because when you have the static charge hurting, the ES for targeting you with fissures and echo slimes, you know, that sort of stuff, or you know, targeting the Kunkka, you know, for Xing you. You know, so there's just a lot of return damage from Holy on Razor, you know, so that's why it's one of the best damage items to get on him. And of course, you also get a lot of the, you know, lightning sort of theme going on with the Lightning Revenant. Get a lot of electricity flying around. So I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best damage item to get against the Magina, you know, because Magina is just gonna be, you know, just reducing a lot of that chain lightning damage coming from the Holy procs. Looks like Magina has that haste rune, but he's not really gonna go after the Razor because he can't really do enough DPS without somebody stun locking the Razor in place. In fact, the Razor probably just gonna static link him, and he's moving so fast that he can probably maintain it. You know, if he wastes a blink cooldown, you know, in chasing him, so you just turn around, static link him, and then do some right clicks. Looks like there's going to be a fight happening in mid right now. There's going to be another pitch coming in from the Scourge side. So let's see who wins this one. Can the Sentinel team continue to hold on to the Veraxis? The Sentinel team is all smoked up. Pipe is activated on the Scourge team, and let's see what happens. Looks like his Magnet's gonna get a good blink off. Smoke is dispelled. Magina blinks in. Bat blinks in. Bat's gonna go down right away because the Razor is focusing him down. Torrent and Border are gonna miss on almost everybody. Spectre haunts in. He's chasing after the Bat, and looks like Bat is the first one to go down. The Eye of the Storm was focusing on the ES, but looks like Butcher went down up there to the ES, and now the Razor has killed the Magnus, who was trying to kill him, and the ES gets another kill, gets another stun off on the Razor, but that's not before the Magina is killed by the rest of his team, who basically stun locked the Magina, and now he's just gonna regen up with all of that heart regen. Looks like the Magnus bought back. Magina doesn't have buyback at this point. So basically, what was that? A 6-for-1 trade? You know, all of the Sentinel team died for a Butcher. Actually, it was a 5-for-1. Wait, let me see. Nope, it was a 6-for-1 trade. 5 people died on the Sentinel side, and then Magnus also did a buyback. So that counts as another death, really. You know, considering the amount of gold and the that you have to waste to do that. And he was working on that BKB, which would have made his Masked Madness that much more effective. As we say, Scourge team are going to get a second Rax at top, and they're going to back out now because the rest of the Sentinel team are respawning. Magina is 30 seconds still away. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they can still fight them. You know, it's not like Magnus has that much DPS with just his Empower and 1 Battle Fury. The Razor can still, you know, with all that regen, you know, but I guess the rest of the Scourge team, you know, they lost Butcher. They were a little afraid. They're not too full on mana, you know, on the Tiny. They're gonna turn around for the Roche, play it a little bit safe, and make sure that you know, they don't give the Scourge team, I mean the Sentinel team, any options in terms of return pushing them or something. You know, get some Raxes in exchange, because at this point in the game, one mistake can it doesn't matter how well you play the whole game. You know, ZSMJ, he's showing us a great performance, some great farm on that Razor. He looks like he's going for that MKB next as an answer for that Magina's Butterfly. You know, he's just rating too much of the damage. You need to get as much damage. I wonder what that Ethereal Blade on the Roche was about. Probably just a little joke. And looks like maybe Lightning Revenant. He was trying to give the last hit to the Revenant or somebody else. And yeah, they got that kill on the Roche, and you know, Revenant is just farming up these Ancients before they get ready. He got the Aegis, by the way. I mean, I don't know if Aegis is the best item. It looks like there's a fight going on over here. Reverse Polarity, Torrent, Boat, and the Tiny and the Lich go down right away. Spectre haunts away to the Bat. You know, he's not really afraid of the Bat. You know, what can the Bat do? And he just runs away. Bat blinks in, and Butcher goes down. He's gonna probably try to Flaming Lasso somebody. He's probably gonna Flaming Lasso the Razor as soon as he comes back. And looks like the Mjolnir buff actually stays on you even after you respawn with the Aegis. So I mean, that's interesting to know. And the Razor gets focused on by the Magina, who's right there. And now they're gonna go in for a return push. Spectre is still alive. Lich, I believe, bought back, but I don't know what he's gonna be able to do with that buyback. Oh, Razor has buyback as well because he sees the pushes incoming and they're not going to be giving up one of their Rexes. No, sir. And looks like the Scourge team is just going to be running away. That's going to delay the MKB a little bit on him, so that buys the Magina a little bit more time in terms of team fight power, you know, and survivability. It looks like the Kunkka has just finished that Lothar's, but you know, there's no true sight available on the Scourge team, and yeah, this Razor goes so fast, he's just going to be able to catch up to him before his Lothar cooldown comes off, and the side link is just going to give him enough vision, and he's got about 200 plus 200 damage right now before the links get broken by another Lothar's. Yes is going to blink in. ZSMJ getting a little bit arrogant, and he's just going to die now. There's no way he's going to get out of there, especially with the X Flaming Lasso short and just Stunlock from the ES. A Chain Frost comes in from the Lich and he mechas up, but is the Razor going to die? He's just being really kited by that Batrider. Looks like Magina blinks in for that, you know, right clicks on ZSMJ, and that's just gonna really hurt him. Ghost Scepter is activated on the Lich, but that's just gonna delay his kill a little bit. Well, actually, wow, he's gonna live Blink Dagger to get another hit, but he actually Mantas, and he could have gotten the kill on him, but I suppose he didn't want to get dismembered or something. And they're gonna blink toss on him, but the toss is gonna miss. Actually, I think he blinked, and Tiny was you know, aiming the toss right on the area because he was trying to, you know, spam click, make sure that he gets a toss off on the Magina, but he actually targeted himself, which is why Spectre stayed right where he was. If he had targeted the Magina with that toss, then Spectre would have followed him no matter where he blinked. And it's a little bit unfortunate, a bit of a minor misplay by that Tiny. You know, that kind of play is what separates the pro Tinies from the you know, just really good Tinies. And I suppose this Tiny is just one of the really good ones, perhaps. Or maybe it's just, you know, it's just been a really long game, so you know, you start losing your edge at this point. He doesn't have that Ethereal Blade, so he's just going to be doing massive amounts of combo damage on somebody. But I do have to say that, I mean, I guess he got that Ethereal Blade because Magina's just been focusing down on everybody. But I do have to say maybe Veil of Discord would have been a much better choice. It would have given everybody an AoE, you know, minus magic resistance, not just the Magina. And there's a lot of magical damage, you know, the Rot, the Avalanche Toss, the Chain Frost, the Nova, and you know, Plasma Field. So I do believe Veil of Discord would have been a much better choice in terms of amplifying magical damage. But you know, he did get that Ghost Scepter, and I guess he saves that item spot, and he does need that attack speed that the Eagle Horn does provide him. And looks like there's a little bit of lull in the combat while everybody is getting ready to farm, you know, farm up some of their buybacks, waiting for the respawn on that Razor, who's quickly traveling down to mid, scare away the Magina. I doubt they're going to get a kill unless Butcher gets off a magnificent hook and a dismember. But Magina is, of course, going to just blink out of there. Spectre is going to keep pushing this bottom lane. I guess they're going to push over mid and then meet Spectre over here at bot. And like I said, if Sentinel is still going to win this, it's going to be off the back of, you know, any wombo combo team fight that they can pull out. And you know, for the past couple of team fights, it's been a little bit difficult. Boat and Torn are only hitting like 1 or 2 people. It's not hitting the whole Scourge team, and you know, that's sort of messing up their groove, messing up their you know, the powers that they have. You know, they're all relying on this magical team fight that's not happening. Hopefully they can get one off this time. Hopefully Magnus can blink in to the right position. They're smoking up because, you know, there are wards over there. Because Magnus does have that BKB, so if he gets a good blink off, he's not going to be, you know, getting stun locked before he can cast the rest of his spells and do a bunch of, you know, like a huge shit ton of AoE cleave damage, you know, with that Empower and the Battle Fury. And the Mask of Madness, you know, basically Magnus does need a lot of attack speed. Hook is going to miss, and these guys should be careful about bunching up. You know, this area over here, they're really bunching up a lot, it looks like. Look, there is going to be a blink. He's going to catch 2 people. BKB, so the Avalanche is not going to do anything. The rest of the team also blinks in. Torrent, Board is going to hit. Pipe is casted. But like I said, this is the magical team fight that's happening. Butcher's going to go down. Lich is going to go down. These guys are just tanking the Chain Frost, no problem with the Kunkka's Pipe. Skewer, the Tiny's going to go down. Spectre is like less than half HP. The Magina focuses down the Razor, and a couple of right clicks. The Spectre goes down to a mega kill on I don't know who, because I can't see the name. So really good magical team fight coming in from the Sentinel team. Some sign of life, as Luminous would say. So good job, you know. Like I said, if you're gonna get a couple of more team fights like that, I'm pretty sure ES is probably almost done with that ag stick. So, you know, getting even more amplified damage coming from him. That was a 5-for-1 exchange. The only person that died is that kind of useless Bat Rider who's only good for that Flame Lasso. I mean, once he casts that Flame Lasso, it doesn't matter if he dies or not. And I guess that's what Razor likes to focus down. I'm pretty sure Razor is the one who has been focusing down that Bat Rider every single fight. You know, I guess he really doesn't like him after that laning phase. You know, he's like, oh man, this guy's an easy kill. Just killing him all the time. Looks like Sentinel team really want to try to push down. I mean, that's one of the problems that they're having. And whenever they're winning a team fight, they're winning a team fight in their own territory, and so it's really hard to, you know, get a push on it, especially now that, you know, these two lanes that they keep pushing already have mega creeps. So I mean, like, they're always naturally pushing it to their base. So, you know, they can't. It takes them way too long to push into the Scourge base to get into position to make a return push. And the fact is that, you know, once they get over here, their lineup consists of a team fight lineup, and they use all their ults over here. You know, it's like a 100-second cooldown on that reverse polarity. I forget how long the boat cooldown is, but it's pretty lengthy actually. I mean, even at level 3, relatively speaking. So some really long cooldowns on the Sentinel team ultimates, and you know, if you don't have those Wombo combo ultimates coming out from them, then they can't expect to win a team fight up here. You know, they have to wait for the cooldowns and that sort of thing. So every single time they win a team fight down here, I mean, this is a really nice place to win a team fight because it's all cramped up. Especially, I can see why they chose this area as a better staging place. You know, because if they fought inside the base, they might have lost a tower, and you know, they forced the fight outside, which is also a little bit unexpected. Put the Scourge team a little off balance, and you know, caught them unprepared. And took them out, no problem. Looks like Magnus is going for a second Battle Fury at this point. So I don't know about this purchase. You know, at this point maybe I would have gotten a little bit more attack speed sort of damage item. Perhaps AC, you know, help his team out, reduce the other opponent's armor. You know, help his Magenta out, gives your team a lot more armor, and that gives you a lot of attack speed as well. You do a fair amount of damage with what you have, but I guess you really want to just do more raw damage. There's nobody else on the team that does raw damage, so if the Magina is forced back, then who else will be doing more damage to the opponents? And it's like the Scourge team is probably farming for buybacks, preparing to do another push. Almost everybody's maxed out on levels, you know. Earthshaker is level 19. Yes, Kunkka is on level 23. Barrett is 22. Despite being solo mid, he's only 22, one of the lowest levels in the game. 25 on the Magnetor, 25 on the Magina, 18 on the Butcher, 25 on Spectre, 25 on Revenant, 21 on Lich, and 21 on Tiny. So, I mean, can't really expect too much from these. It looks like they're going for a smoke gang on the Magina, but he's being backed up by his own smoke gang team. And let's see who's going to win this team fight. And looks like Tiny's going to blink and he's going to get an avalanche toss combo. Butcher hooks in the bat. And there's a torrent boat. Spectre haunts in. Lich casts Mecha. He doesn't get to cast Chain Frost this time. And Tiny is being chased away by the Magina Illusions. ES walks in. Casts a great Epicenter. I mean, an Echo Slam. But, you know, I guess it's not doing enough damage. The Razor is still alive. The Spectre is still alive. He's being chased by the Magina. He dies from a last right click from the Magina. The whole 3-for-3 exchange so far. Spectre is still alive. Tiny is still alive. Kunkka is still alive. I think he still wants to go on the Spectre. I mean, he's helping the Magina go on the Spectre, but the Tiny is helping the Spectre survive. And but that's a little bit unfortunate because now the Magina knows that the Tiny is still on. He Ether Blades the Magina, so he can't do any more right click damage. But you know, Kunkka's right here with an X and a couple of right clicks, and wow, he gets a toss kill with the Spectre. But Magina now blinks right in, gets another final right click on the Tiny. So that was a big cluster after a team fight. It was really hard to tell what was happening over here. But you know, I tried to, you know, I guess I need to improve on my play-by-play in that sort of a situation. You know, where things get really hairy, a lot of stuff is flying across the screen. But I did my best, and looks like Magina actually has a heart. He's regenerating really hard, so he finally has some HP. So that's good to see. On top of everything else, you know, what I would get next is maybe get some BOTs and maybe sell this after that. You know, maybe sell that Battle Fury and get a better final level, you know, like late game damage item than just a Battle Fury. Maybe a Divine Rapier, you know, go for broke because, you know, his team is getting really hurt. I mean, Battle Fury does help, but in terms of stopping pushes, but I think you have enough AoE on your team, especially with that Empower from the Magnus. You'll be doing enough cleave damage. You don't really need the Battle Fury to you know, clear down creep waves. And Magnus has respawned again. Scourge team is waiting for the rest of their team to respawn and continue this push at bot. You know, the props to the Silent team for holding out for this long against you know, a possible Shang Lich and a definitely Razor ZSMJ, who's been farming like a champ, farming heroes like a champ. Looks like Magina might be picking up that DD rune. Does he see it? I'm not sure. And Spectre casts her ultimate, sees that only the Magina and the ES really are nearby, and they're gonna they're gonna kill that illusion. He sends it another illusion. The Scourge team not really set up. I mean, the Silent team not really set up to go on this. You know, the Scourge team just taking advantage of the natural closer to Scourge, closer to roast position, and using the natural roasting advantage to get another Aegis on. You know, this is a really good choice to put the Aegis on Spectre and give the cheese to the Razor, because, you know, if Razor dies, I'm pretty sure the Eye of Storm effect goes away. So it's really good to give the cheese to the Razor, because that way he can keep the Eye of Storm going by just popping that cheese. And anybody who's chasing him, you know, he'll be alone because he won't be hanging around the creeps when he's that low HP. And then he will be able to just like, surprise, I'll right click you now, bro, and kill him with the Eye of Storm focusing them at the same time. And looks like Spectre, he has a heart as well as a butterfly and Radiance. Tiny's still sitting just that Ether Blade, Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Arcane Boot. Looks like Butcher has finished the Axe Scepter. Lich is going for the Axe Scepter next, but I wonder if he will be able to get it or not. Looks like there's going to be a final team fight happening over here at bot. And I'm wondering, has the Scourge team realized their earlier mistake? Are they going to be bunched up? Nope. They have breached the Scourge base, and the tower will probably be going down. In fact, there is a torrent bolt. That's going to completely miss, and the reverse polarity happens, but, you know, there's not enough stun without the boat and the torrent. And Chain Frost is going on, everybody. Lich was not even caught in any of that. Magina is nearly dead. He blinks out. ES dies right away, and I believe the Razor died as well, but that's only a 2 for one exchange. So I mean, I guess it's a little bit favor in the Scourge, in the Silent team's favor, but Spectre is still alive, and you know, the Magina was forced to run away. Spectre still has that haunt. The bat isn't going to go down. Magnus used that Mask of Madness to run away, and he forces the Magina away as well with the rest of his team as backup, especially that Farsummer being really annoying for that Magina. And it looks like they will probably be getting at least a little bit of damage on that Scourge tower. I mean, Magina is trying to get as much right click as he can on the Spectre. It looks like Kunkka has come back. He's doing some right clicks. Maybe he's going to get a tiny kill again. I mean, he really likes to focus down on that tiny from what I've seen. But no, he decided to go for that Lich. He puts on an X, but he's not able to put down a Torrent because the Spectre is really able to focus him down with that Butterfly and the Radiance. Magnus walked back in with that, you know, regen from the Fountain, but he's still, you know, not really fully healed. Magina has to deal with all those creeps owning his base towers, and it looks like the Scourge team are just going to wail away on this mid tower. Glyph is popped, Shockwave, Spectre is threatening to go on the Magnus, keeping him back. They're going to get that tower. I wonder if they're going to back away. Magina blinks in, he realizes he can't really let them get any damage onto the Rex. Lich casts that Chain Frost, you know, that's really good. It's only a 60-second cooldown at level 16, and that's basically nothing. And you can just cast it almost twice in these long drawn out kind of team fights. You cast a mechanism, it brings the ES's HP, the Tiny's HP back up a little bit. These guys are just waiting for, you know, for ZSMJ to walk back, you know, for Butcher to walk back down here. And, you know, he's just moving really fast with that unstable current phase boot. He doesn't have that Django anymore, but he still has like huge amounts of movement speed. It's just the phase boot and the unstable current. I think unstable current, when it's max, gives you 12% extra movement speed, and the phase boot, you know, they're giving you 16% extra movement speed. So you're moving at, you know, really high speeds. when you're also including just Razor's base movement speed. And yep, these guys are just going out for an all-out defense with the racks, but I'm pretty sure the cooldowns are not up. Well, actually, reverse polarity is up yet. He gets a tiny kill. Spectre also casts her haunt, and she gets a kill on the Magnus, and looks like Chain Frost is gonna help get a kill on the Magina. And looks like Bat is going to be going down. A couple of red clicks from the Razor. Razor is back, and is he going to keep chasing? Nope. Magina brought back, and there's a boat. Is it going to hit? Yep, it is going to catch Razor on the tail end of it. In the last team fight, he got chainstunned a little bit. He just got focused and used it. He wasn't able to use the cheese. He does use the cheese now. He's using a static link on the Magina, who's doing almost no damage. Just 100 damage per hit. That's almost nothing. And he's just going to turn around and do a lot of damage because he's sitting at plus 380. And wow, BKB on the Bat, I don't really know what that's going to accomplish. Spectre is back. And with full HP, I think he uses Aegis finally. And yeah, Bat is going to turn around again. Looks like Razor is just going to regen up his HP with that heart. Only Magnus has gone down. Lich has gone down for the Scourge team, but that's not really a big deal. He casts Chain Frost and casts everything. I mean, Frost Armor is really nice, but they have the numbers and the Scourge team. The Silent team is being forced to defend over there, and they're just willing away on his racks. Magina should come in. He realizes his mistake. I guess he thought they were heading back or that he really needed to defend. And they lost their racks. It's pretty going to be GG. I don't think they're going to be able to come back from this. Yeah, Spectre is just focusing down on his racks while Razor works on distracting the Magina, and that's GG. So it's a pretty good game, I have to say. ZSMJ, epic farm. Magina, could have turned it all around if they had been better able to defend. Get those magical team fights earlier when the Scourge team was trying to push down their mid, but they're just missing those reverse polarities, missing those torrents and boats, a couple of times, and that's what basically cost the Sentinel team the game. And a couple of questionable item choices coming from the Magnetor, man. He sold his boots of travel and he bought treads again. I guess he really needed that. He felt that the attack speed would be a lot more helpful during the BKB phase that he has available to him and his reverse polarity. I mean, that's all the time he has to do damage. So he's going all out. Mask of Madness, the treads attack speed, and the 2 Battle Furies. But it just wasn't enough. He just got picked off time and time again because he doesn't have any tank items. If he had gone for an AC instead of that Mask of Madness, I believe he would have been a lot more tank, a lot harder to take down, and perhaps the outcome of this match could have been turned around a lot more. And yep, now it looks like Scourge team just going to try to defend as much as they can. ES gets a Fisher on the Razor. He's walking into position for a hook, gets hook dismembered, and Eye of the Storm is just going to help kill the ES. And I wonder what Magnet. I think he just reverse polarity those creeps. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. Yes, it's like, yo, man, what's up with that fail reverse polarity, bro? And he's just like, oh, man, it's over, bro. And BKB is just walking back. I think Spectre's probably just distract these guys while Razor focuses down the racks. And that's GG. Really long game. Really entertaining game. We gotta see some epic, ZSMJ Razor performances. Let's just have a quick look at the farm that these guys had. Magina has an amazing. He's leading the farm by a huge amount, 576 CS, and that's really impressive actually. Even though it's 70 minutes, 570 CS is no joke. But Razor with just 396 CS, so that when you play a team fight, the right way, and you have some good teammates on your team who make good item choices and don't just waste their gold, buying boots of travel and then selling them, that sort of stuff. But you're not depending too much on your some game-breaking team fight ultimates. If you're gonna pick that sort of lineup, I guess you should sort of make sure that they land all the time. I think Kunkka preemptively cast some of his Torn and Boat. I guess they really wanted to do as much max damage as they could on the enemy team. But he missed a couple of Torrent Bolt combos, but really, there's no excuse for missing them. If you have a Magnetor setting you up with a reverse polarity, you should just maybe, if you're a little bit afraid that you might miss, maybe just wait for him to do the reverse polarity first. It's like, 1.6 seconds for that torrent to hit, and if that torrent is guaranteed to hit, your bolt is guaranteed to hit. So, maybe a little bit of fail on that part. In terms of kills, it was really close, but in terms of pushing and teamfight capability, working together, I'd say I have to hand it to the Scourge team. And especially that Razor, he just really kept the Silent team off balance, got a couple of extra kills on the Magina who wasn't too careful and didn't appreciate the Razor's power. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this game. I certainly enjoyed watching it and casting it. And yeah, let me know what you think.